David Corson, Saturday, September 20th. Oh, a little before 5 o'clock. Hope you had a great Friday night. Awesome Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and excuse me. And going into your Saturday night with a smile on your face, positive thought, all that good stuff. Still got Sunday all day, and then start your week tomorrow with the last couple of weeks of last month of Q3. It's the month of September, and then October, November, December, holiday season. It's amazing. All starts with Thanksgiving. It'll be here before you know it. Halloween, really. Man, wife's out of town in Hilton Head. She got there. My son traded trucks. She's going to drive mine back tomorrow. Spending time with my nephews and seeing my mother-in-law. I'm just holding down the fort and getting things done around the house and getting caught up and getting ready for just like an unbelievable week. Next week is just going to be an unbelievable week. I got so much stuff I've got to get done, and that I will get done, but needs to get done, and then some. And before you know it, it'll be TGIF again on the weekend. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. Woohoo! Hey, so anyway, light weekend on the college football gridiron. It's light. I haven't really been watching. Georgia's off. They play Alabama next week at home, and we'll see what happens. I think there's a couple games. I don't know. I got stuff to do, and one of the dogs I probably need to give him a bath. So that's about what I'm looking at right now. I'm giving the Mazda a little oomph. Do it once a week just to get keep the engine roaring and keep it plugged in and charged and all that good stuff. But here's what I'm thinking for Saturday. Beautiful, beautiful day in North Georgia. Woohoo! Going into Saturday night, September 20th, 2025. That word is frugal. Yeah, frugal. It means being simple, keeping things simple. But you understand things clearly, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. But frugal is such a good word for anybody: business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing. If you're frugal with it and you still can get it done, just think that if you had a little more investment in some of those things, and if you did it right, how much more you could generate or create and build upon your foundation. But being frugal, I think, is just an awesome, awesome trait. You don't need the most expensive sticks or clubs or skis or bags or any of that stuff. You just get the stuff that gets it done. It's not what you don't have, it's what you do with what you have. All right? And, and certain things you don't spend money on, But other things, you know what? I just think that if you can get the generic and it gets the job done, hey, you're better off. Why should you just spend for a name? So, but being frugal. Hey, let's talk about athletics. Being frugal. Hey, your parents spent a lot of money. Listen, I know what my parents spent on me, and that was before all this stuff was just extremely expensive to participate in rec or varsity at the high school or college. I mean, man. Anyway, but if you're frugal, you can get it done. And you know what's really cool is that being frugal in athletics, not being the flashiest guy out there and all that stuff. I'm telling you, coaches, they want team guys. They don't want that. They don't want these guys that just are flash and bake and all this stuff. You gotta be a team player. But you can be awesome too, but be a team player. It's not all about you. It's about, there's no I in team. So being frugal and keep it in simple in athletics, man. Just run the play, man. Get it done. Execute. All right? That's motivating. Put the ball in the net. Go do it again. Yeah, frugal in athletics. And you did it with an okay stick. Not the most expensive one, not the worst one. And, and lacrosse, even, let me tell you something. I'll take my glasses off so you can see me. In lacrosse, sticks do make a difference here and there. But in essence, there's no way I would go, I'm not going to say that. You can go buy a nice $45, $50 stick, and you could spend $300 on a stick, and it's still going to do the same thing. It's the same thing with tires. On this car, I could have bought really expensive, name brand tires that are, I put good tires on there. I go what my mechanic says, to put on there. I think you put Toyos on these. I forget. Anyway, or maybe that was the truck. This one's coming up for our new tires. So, but being frugal, business, being frugal. You want to beat your budget every month. You definitely want to beat your budget. You want to make your revenue number. You don't have to, cut things to make your budget. But the bottom line is, if you have a budget every month and you live and die by it, whether it's personal or business, I'm talking about business right now. But if you're an entrepreneur and you have a budget, you know what your nut is, and so forth. Hey, it's such a good feeling to make that nut, and then everything is profit after that. And the quicker you get there, the better off you're going to be. So that's a really, really cool way to think about it. The quicker you get there every month, the quicker you're going to know how much money you're going to make. And every day you should know how much money you have in your account as an entrepreneur. Put this thing in 5th gear. Maybe I'll get up to 6th gear. I can probably get into 6th. Yeah, here we go. I'll get in there. So being frugal, business, it's crucial to your success. Relationship. You know what? Being frugal, if you're in for the long run, if you're both frugal and you're good with your, with what you do with your investments and your money and so forth. And listen, not everything you invest is going to work. It's a roller coaster. However, if you're frugal with it, down the road in the future, you're going to be that much better off. And then whatever you don't spend, you can't take the money with you, give it to your kids. Make sure that they have a plan, that they're not going to just go, who knows. But being frugal in relationships, man, people get off on that stuff. And it's not just, and you don't have to be just frugal in personal, in business. In personal relationships. It's just people that you communicate with every day. If you're frugal and they know you keep it simple, understandable, you communicate, you're flexible, negotiable, you hear, and you're trying to get stuff from them and they're trying to get stuff from you. And it could be as simple as getting a roast beef sandwich made correctly, I'm just being realistic, all right? So, being frugal, just the people that you communicate with, just think about all the people that you talk to every day. Maybe it'd be a little nicer, or a little more respectful. Even if you're having a lousy day, make their day good. Okay, remember, you got to make positive out of negatives. Not every day you have is going to be peaches and cream. Hey, I'm in the peach day, I can say that. So, anyway, frugal. Relationships. Personal or just general. It's very, very strategic. And then you got to be frugal with your body. Because you want it to last a lifetime, or as long as you're breathing. So if you feed it right, you ice the bumps and bruises, you take care of it, you got to give it rest too. 6 to 8 hours is what the doctor says. I get 6 to 6.5. That's what my body, my clock naturally, my body's giving me right now. So if that's what I'm going to take, that's what I'm going to take. But you know what? I wake up, I'm raring to go. If that's what the body's telling me, great. So if you take care of your body every day and do it and give it that rest, oh my God, it'll kick tail for you the following day. It wants to. It's like a thoroughbred. It's like this car. When I bought it, mechanic said, David, that car is he said, it's a thoroughbred. You need to drive it. It's built to be driven. Don't baby it. Drive it. So I'm driving it. I'm giving it a little, I'll put my shades back on here. God, it's bright out. In any event, so that's my gig. Gotta take care of your body. And for September 20th, 2025, frugal. That's the word. From the heart, take it to the bank, put it up here in your knowledge vault, use it for whenever you need it. And if you were going to be frugal in anything that you do, day in and day out for the remainder of the year, you'll probably have about 100 days of data that you can write about yourself. You could do it, in written, in a diary. Download the app right here on the phone that your hand is connected to, or you can have a running email or notepad. But I'm hedge against that because you can always delete those by accident. So hey, or just do the video like I'm doing. Hey, just keep it running. Hey, in any event, listen, if you keep it simple and keep it frugal, you're gonna be ahead of whatever you're doing. Because remember, like I said, it's not what you don't have, it's what you do with what you have. And that is so true in anything. Like I said, I can give you 1,000 things that's accurate. Business, personal, whatever you do in that 24-hour period. Being frugal, really important. They should teach that in school. The minute you can know about money, if you're, they should teach that stuff every year. God, our country would be so much better off if people knew how to freaking balance a checkbook. You don't spend what you don't have, but there is a thing called investment. And God knows, as an entrepreneur, I understand that. So, but you want to operate in the black as quickly as possible, and you want to stay there. And like I said, every month you should know what your nut is, and the quicker you get to that nut, the better, and the more you have time to make profit. That's business. That's capitalism. That's just economics 101. And it's not all about the sales and the money, though. Remember, your reputation, everything else goes along with that. So, you got to be, but it doesn't matter if you're selling $1 item or a $10, $100, or $10,000 or $100,000 item. If you like what you do, go for it. Leave it all out there in the field. Be frugal while you do it, along with everything else that I've given you. Frugal is just an awesome word to have, because everybody could be frugal. All right. And listen, I'm not telling you to go buy, something outlandish, and whatever. I'm just saying, in general, if you're frugal, in the long run, you're going to be better off. All right? Because you can always bust that $300 stick when the $50 one would last about 3 or 4 seasons, or get not done as easy. So that's just the easiest way I could say it, But listen, it's a really good word. Have it in your verbiage. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I'm going to get up here and make a left and get out of this car. So I appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you all out there. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. And have an awesome Sunday. I'll see you someplace. I have no idea, but I will. And be safe out there. Head on a swivel. Take action. Be frugal.